In year 22, LeBron James continues to have a major impact on the court, and right now he's leading the Lakers on a 5-game winning streak. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive on the film to see exactly how LeBron is still affecting the game. Now at age 39 and about to turn 40, it's pretty obvious that James over the years has lost a big chunk of his quick twitch explosiveness, where right now he lacks the verticality to effectively elevate over traffic the same way he did in his mid-30s. We'll see him here attacking Sabonis off the bounce, and as James gathers and rises up, he simply doesn't have the lift to find a finishing window. But despite being out of his physical prime, LeBron is still a very efficient scorer around the basket. And this leads us to his game in transition. While James in tight spaces does have a hard time generating force off the floor, he can still effectively channel that explosiveness in the open court, where he has more room to charge up and build up momentum to explode.
James going downhill.
With the ball in his hands, James is still one of the best players in the world on the break, where he's got this freakish blend of speed, strength, and body control. We'll see him again here pushing the ball, and watch him in stride get to this right to left push cross, to then immediately gather and sneak this inside hand finish through. We'll see him use that same push cross here in semi-transition, but this time as James slices into the deep paint, he's going to pick up off 2 feet and explode up into this left-hand finish. When playing in the open court, LeBron also has ridiculous body control, where he's got the ability to initiate heavy contact, to then pick up through traffic for a stable finish. We'll see him here handling the ball, and notice how James is going to veer back into the defense to keep this driving line, to then shoot up and get this vertical finish over the shot blocker. The balance on this play is pretty crazy, where James is going to pick up a head of steam off this AD ball screen to then pick up through traffic and lower his shoulder into this backpedaling defender, which moves him back and gives James a window to finish. LeBron being able to pick up momentum also plays a big factor to his scoring in the half court, where again, if he gets the space to charge up, he still has the speed and strength to bulldoze towards the basket. We'll see him here first back up to create this runway, then notice how James is going to pound the ball and bring his left foot forward, to then punch it back and shoot himself into the stride.
James goes at Edie and scores.
Now another really important physical element to LeBron's game right now is going to be his strength, and this takes us back to his game in transition. On missed shots, James loves to leak out and attack mismatches in the paint. And at this point in his career, LeBron still has plenty of that old man strength. And that bully ball style also carries over to his game in the half court, where if James gets the defense on his hip, there's no chance of moving him off his driving line. Right here, he's just going to get to a simple rip through to his left. And as his man tries to push him over towards this gap defender, James is going to jump stop through this gap and pop up for a 2-foot finish. We can see the same thing here against Paul George, where James gets to another rip through and PG tries to push him in to help, but LeBron's going to again pick up and slice through this gap to extend to the rim. LeBron throughout this year has also done a big chunk of his work in the post, where again he's got the strength and footwork to butcher matchups. When isolating in the post, James almost always attacks towards the baseline and away from help. We'll see him here catch and immediately turn to his left. And watch how James is going to drive right through the defense's frame.
LeBron James, and now James with the bucket.
When playing out in the mid post, James again loves to set up drives towards the baseline, because the help defense is pretty much always loaded up towards the middle. And once he commits to a drive and lowers his shoulder, it's pretty much impossible for the defense to hold their ground. We'll see him again here rip towards the baseline. And notice how easily he moves this defender off his spot. Throughout this year, I've also been really impressed with LeBron's touch, where if his initial drive gets walled off, he still has the control to put up a buttery soft 8 to 10 foot push shot. We'll see him here initially get to this low pickup to his left, and as this defender slides and walls him off, James still has the control to sink this leading runner. So right now, LeBron still has plenty of juice as a downhill scorer. Again, he's obviously well past his physical prime, but he still has the skill and physical tools to do a ton of damage in transition and attack with momentum in the half court. Plus, he also has the strength to body pretty much any backcourt or wing defender on the block. And all that scoring in return opens up windows for LeBron's playmaking. With the ball in transition, James forces the defense to build up a wall to keep him away from the basket, but that then opens up these routine passes. Notice how LeBron pulls Anthony Edwards up towards the free throw line without even attacking below the 3, which opens up the paint for this backside lob. We can see the same thing on this play, where James pulls these two defenders out of the paint, clearing up the lane for this easy dump off. James also has the same effect with the ball in the half court, where again that downhill scoring pulls the backline defense up, clearing up the rim for these lobs. We'll see James here isolating in the mid post, and notice how high he pulls these two gap defenders up, opening up this laser to Gabe Vincent behind the basket. James this year has also been doing some good work out of pick and roll, where obviously the LeBron and AD two-man game has been a big staple in the Lakers offense. One wrinkle they've been running a bunch is the Spain pick and roll, where AD comes up to set a traditional ball screen, but then a shooter also sets a back screen on the drop defender, which opens up more lobs at the rim. And then if the defense overplays the lob, James then has a clear path all the way to the basket. We'll see them set up the exact same action here with Gabe Vincent. And notice how his man slides over towards the roller, leading to another LeBron dunk.
Good screen. Yeah. That's a good screen by Gabe Vincent.
Now it's also important to mention that LeBron's currently shooting a career high from 3. And while James right now isn't a super high volume 3-point shooter, these shots are still a good release valve for him. Because approaching age 40, it's going to be tough to expect James to be this relentless downhill attacker for the entire game. When looking at LeBron's mechanics when shooting off the dribble, I do think he's cut a lot of fat out of his shot, where if he has enough airspace, he's picking up, getting his feet set, and bringing the ball to a set point with no wasted movement. I love this move and shot here, where James is going to hesitate by bringing the ball up to his pocket and skipping off his left foot. Then he's going to push the defense back by stepping with his right foot, to then settle his left foot into his jumper. James this year has also done some decent work shooting off the catch, where he can both get a shot off quickly while having really good range.
LeBron with 3, and he tripled.
We'll see him here working off this cross screen in transition, and with his momentum being pulled towards the sideline, James has the footwork to catch and rise up for a stable jumper. So as an overall offensive player right now, LeBron James is still really good. He's got the skill and build to be a really good scorer around the basket. He can leverage that rim pressure to create easy offense for his teammates. Plus he's putting up elite numbers from behind the line. I'm still not sure how the Lakers will stack up against this loaded Western Conference, but LeBron does give them a chance to beat anybody in the playoff series. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments who the kid should break down next. The kid's here.